5 things we learned from Arsenal US tour. Number 1, it was not just a friendly. These motherfuckers were ready to fight to the end. The first game in US was against MLS All-Stars, and these people fight to the end. We managed to get 5, and they were distributed among players. We were able to see players such as Kai Havertz. Every new player managed to get some time, and they really did their best. And I don't think the intensity was that high, but they managed to show what they are capable of, and beating MLS All Stars 5-0, it was such a good thing to see as fans. The next day against Manchester United, they were not ready for such intensity game. I think they didn't think that Manchester United was going to bring such a hard game, and this was not in the dressing room. This was not in their mind, and they were worried by players such as Martinez, Mainu. Every player is like the game was flat against Manchester United, and we lost the game 2-0, which it was not bad. It was not good. And the next game was against the FC Barcelona. FC Barcelona, it was their first game, I think, and we were ready for a hard game. These boys played their best. They used everything they had. They used everything on their arsenal, but on the defense side, that was not good, and I think that's one of the areas that they are going to improve. Number 2, we have borders. I think I've never seen Arsenal players with such a big squad and with high depth as it is today. From defensive to striking, we have even new players such as Timber, Rice, Kyo, and Havertz. Every one of them has shown us what they can do, what they will bring, and areas that they can improve. In a game such as Manchester United, we don't see balance in the squad, but we could see players such as Timber playing very well, Rice played very well, and even also our old players such as Saliba played their best and showed that they are ready, especially in Barcelona game. Even though the defensive, I don't know what happened in our defense, since we were not scored many goals last season. As some games we could see, like Manchester United game, some goals were just shady, and I think this will improve. But we have learned that we have now borders. We have borders in our game, and EPL, I think, is not ready for us. I think it's one of the reasons why we have so many players who are talented is because we have games in Champions League, and we have to show our game in every game next season. Because if losing one game, we saw last season, such as losing one game can cost you, and I think they are ready to fight from start to the end. And number 3, something that we have discovered is that we have a problem with our defense. I don't think that we cared so much on defending and not getting scored, but the balance and the chemistry with our players. I think that was what Arteta was looking. So we conceded a lot of goals, even though in MLS All Stars we did not concede any goal. But in games such as Manchester United, we made some mistakes. Then game against FC Barcelona, you see someone like Holding, Gabriel, Odegaard, they made mistakes. So our defense is not as compared with last season defense. So then another problem with our defense is that we need competition for Ramsdale. I think we have good goalkeepers, but this guy need to understand that he can be changed at the time. He's one of the best goalkeepers. He was one of the best goalkeepers last season for Premier League, but I think I don't know if it's the war before in front of him that's not working, or what the problem is, but I think this is something that Arteta will work on, because he can assess all the game and see the problem, the balance between the defense and attacking, and this can only be achieved by working as a team as a whole. It's not only the defensive problem, but even strikers. We could see last season they were supposed to come back and help defend. We could change the formation and work with formations such as 4-4-2 or 4-5-1, and help, which could help the defensive side to defend and bring balance between defending and attacking. We could introduce things such as counter attack with Martinelli. Those things we didn't see with Arsenal game before, and I think this is an area that we are going to work in before the next season. I think we are going to see it in our Community Shield game. Number 5, we learned that this team, we could see that this team is ready for EPL and Champions League. One of the things that has made Arsenal fans believe in the team is the squad depth. Last season we had a very good team, but Arteta has not slept and he's working, and he has brought the best. Someone like Declan Rice, they have invested a lot of money. They competed with Manchester City, and they managed to get him to our side. Manchester City and Arsenal last season, they were the best team, but looking at the addition, Arsenal has done better than Manchester City. Even though the Manchester City team, we can still say it's very strong, because one thing, they won the Champions League and the EPL, and the FA, that's a treble, which Arsenal did not win anything. But looking at the addition to the team, Arsenal managed to get best players with huge depth, with players such as Kai Havertz, which was Chelsea best player, Declan Rice, which was West Ham best player, and Timber, one of the best players in Ajax team. So this shows that Arsenal is ready to fight, and Champions League and EPL. I think teams, they should get ready for what is coming and what Arsenal is cooking. Number 5, most of the people did not know that we have a huge fan base, and which most teams did not respect us, but we understand the fan base we have all over the world. But the US tour showed us that we have a very big fan base in the UK. Looking at the audience or the stadium capacity, they were full, with stadium going more than even 80,000 fans, 70,000, and this showed that we have a very big fan base outside UK. The stadium did think that even UK, they don't get up to 98-95% of the stadium capacity, and this showed that Arsenal is growing. The family is getting bigger with what Arteta is doing. What they are doing behind the scene is making even the fan base get even more bigger and bigger. This is what happened in late 1990s, 99 there, and early 2000, where Arsenal and Manchester City managed to get huge fan base and changed EPL. And this is what I think the mentality that this new coach are bringing, with Arteta creating something else which we could not see with Arsenal in 2007 up to 2015. And I think this is one of the good things that Arsenal is having. We can manage to sell a product, get players, sell merchandise, appreciate our team, support team, everything we do, and even create a huge fan base that love the team. So those are 5 things that we learned from the Arsenal US tour. And keep in touch. This is a new channel. I'll be posting more on Arsenal. Peace.